Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I have been on a long hiatus for quite some time, but now I'm back. So I just want to share for today's vlog my experience in applying for a call center. I know like the call center is actually a booming industry right now, and I can still see it as a booming industry in the next like 5 to 10 years. Yeah, so uh, let's just start. My experience in applying for a call center, I have been in the call center industry for 12 years. Hindi ko sinasabi na ako yung best person na you guys can talk to when it comes to getting into this industry, nor I am actually the best person. Let's just say I just really want to share my experience, most especially for those people who's aspiring to be a call center agent. So I have been in the industry for 12 years. Parang job interview lang. So I've been in the industry for 12 years, and basically yeah, I started, of course, back when I was still in college. So, my mom used to buy like Manila Bulletin newspaper every Sunday. So there's a lot of call center job posting there. So, nung nag-aaral pa ako, and I've read about an article about call center, and there was actually some clips about some call center agents. They shared their experiences being a call center. So parang inspire ako because parang back then when you talk in English language, it's kind of like, oh shit, it's kind of cool, right? So knowing me, so what I did is just to boost my confidence, my self-confidence in terms of public speaking. I always see to it na nag-volunteer ako dapat ako yung laging host ng mga seminars sa school, just to, of course, to boost my self-esteem, most especially when it comes to public speaking and speaking in the English language there. So I prepared my resume. You wouldn't believe it, guys, because I do not really have that experience yet, and I just recently graduated from college. I applied for, I think, like almost 8 or 9 companies who rejected me unfortunately, because I'm a newbie. So ang ginagawa ko nun is just that I always recall ano yung sinabi ko, ano yung hindi ko nasagot na tanong, na question, and I research on Google kung ano ba dapat, or sa YouTube. Well, hindi pa naman kasi ganong hype yung YouTube ng mga panahon na yun. That was back in 2004, TMI. So yun, what I did is just that every time na may bagong question sa interview in which na hindi kasama sa pre-practice ko, I always see to it na I research for it. I research for the questions, what are the best answer in terms of the scenario, kasi you should always answer with a star. That's the situation, task, action, and result. So kasi most likely it's a situational, most especially if it's customer service position that you're applying for. So number one, the first thing that you have to do is, of course, you have to prepare your resume. You have to make sure that it is concise, it is very detailed, but not a 3-pager resume. The 2-pager would do. A second, you do the research. Of course, you have to research for the company that you're applying for, because most likely I'm not saying all of the companies naman, pero there are companies who would actually going to ask you about their companies, what do you know about their companies, some sort of like that. Sometimes it is also included on the exam that they are going to give you, so you just really have to prepare it. And yeah, you have to prepare yourself. There's Google, there's YouTube, so a lot of platforms. So most companies do have a website naman, so you can go through their website before going to the interview, or a night or a day before your interview. Number 3, I suggest you practice, practice, and practice. If you do not have that confidence yet, you're not confident in terms of public speaking, in terms of uh, or not comfortable in talking in English, I would really highly recommend na you go get a script from a movie that you love, and you practice in front of a mirror, or you get a recording from your phone and you start, just start speaking in English, just random things that you would like to talk about, random things that you would like to express about yourself, because that's really really going to help you 100% in terms of boosting your self-confidence, in terms of speaking or being comfortable in expressing yourself in the English language. Number four, you have to dress to impress, of course. I know that there are some call centers naman na who does actually require some formal attires, but however, majority of the call centers is actually okay in having you guys wearing a casual attire during the interviews. So kasi syempre first impression lasts pa rin, so it's way better that you look professional but not too OA, not too overdressed, of course, because it's still, your self-confidence that's going to carry you. You have to be conversant, you have to be snappy when it comes to answering those questions, and yeah, during the interview. Number five, if you have to wear makeup, you're comfortable wearing makeup, then go ahead and do so. Just do not overdo it, just make sure that the makeup does actually fit the occasion, most especially if it's an interview. So you just have to make sure that you are on, not hindi naman sobra-sobrang makeup. Six, of course, you have to kung hindi ka natanggap sa first company na in-applyan mo, you have to recall ano yung hindi mo nasagot na question. So you have to do the research on what's the best answer and how you can certainly handle that kind of situation when, if ever na i-ask ulit sa'yo on your second interview or on the next company na applyan mo, because it's really going to be way better that you do the research. You jot down the things na yung hindi mo nasagot, yung nahihirapan ka, ano ba yung questions na palagi kang nahihirapan. So, kasi in my experience, I applied for 12. Oh, not for 12. I mean, I've been in the industry for 12 years. Oh, sorry. For 12 years now. For 2 companies lang naman yun, guys. So, and yeah, I have been rejected I think 8 times. 8 times, yeah, 8 times. So what I did every time na reject ako, I jot down everything because I really want this job. I really want this job. I mean, I love expressing myself in the English language. I love talking and dealing with people. Plus, the good thing about being part of the industry or being in the industry is just that you get to work with young professionals, right? You don't have to wait for several years, or for 50 years or for 20 years for you to be promoted. So long as you have the right attitude, you are dedicated, you are passionate with what you're doing, then I think you have the edge to be promoted as soon as possible. That always, of course, still depends upon your performance as a representative or as a supervisor or as a manager. Yeah, so done. And lastly pala, guys, always watch English movies. Anything should be anything you watch or you should watch is actually in English. This is just only for those people who does have a hard time in the speaking, or not that comfortable in speaking in English language. Medyo struggle or medyo challenge rather sa pagsalita sa English language. So sa mapapanood mo yon, kakapanood mo rather ng mga English movies, series, you would be able to know how you can overcome that, kung paano ka makakapag-adapt of course sa culture ng US, most especially using the English language. So yun lang guys, I'll see you guys. Do not forget to comment below and share your experience. I would love to hear your experience in applying, your first time applying for the call center industry as well. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Let me know if you still want to hear some other call center stuff. So that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.